Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly level up while others stay stuck in the exact same routine for decades? Is it talent, pure willpower, or is there something far more insidious operating behind the scenes? What if the invisible ceiling on your career, your income, and your peace of mind isn't coming from inside your head at all? What if it's coming from the three people you had dinner with last night? Consider Mark. Mark was a totally average guy with a completely reasonable dream. He wanted to launch a modest side business selling custom handcrafted keyboard caps. He was excited. He spent 3 weeks researching supply chains, building a prototype, and sketching out a budget. Then he went to Friday night drinks with his core group of friends. He casually mentioned his idea, and instantly the room shifted. His buddy Dave chuckled into his beer. "Bro, who pays $40 for a keycap? Just keep your day job." Sarah rolled her eyes and reminded him that 8 out of 10 small businesses fail in the first year. Nobody was outright mean. They weren't trying to destroy his confidence. They were just being realistic. By Sunday evening, the notebook was put away in the desk drawer. By Tuesday, Mark had convinced himself it was a stupid idea anyway. Now pause for a second and take a look at your own phone's recent messages. Who were the last 5 people you texted? When you share a new goal with them, do they lean in with curiosity or do they throw wet blankets disguised as practical advice? Because whether you realize it or not, your brain is quietly absorbing every subtle cue they broadcast. Psychologists call this phenomenon the Pygmalion Effect. In 1968, researcher Robert Rosenthal conducted a famous experiment in an elementary school. He gave students a standard IQ test at the beginning of the school year. Then he lied to the teachers. He picked 20% of the kids entirely at random and told the teachers those specific students were academic bloomers who would show explosive intellectual growth. The kids had no idea. Their initial test scores were completely average. Fast forward to the end of the school year, Rosenthal retested all the children, and the result was astounding. The randomly selected bloomers had gained significantly more IQ points than their peers. Why? Because the teachers believed they were special. Without even realizing it, the teachers gave those students warmer body language, harder challenges, and more patient feedback. The teacher's high expectations reshaped the student's actual reality. This works in reverse, too. It's called the Golem Effect. If the people around you expect you to fail, relax into mediocrity, or never change, you subconsciously bend to meet that low bar. Your inner circle acts like an emotional thermostat. If their thermostat is set to 65 degrees, you can try as hard as you want, but eventually you will cool down to match the room. You don't need to dramatically cut off everyone you've known since middle school tomorrow. You don't need to throw a dramatic exit party, but you do need to perform a quiet audit. Pay attention to who raises your thermostat and who keeps you frozen in place. Because at the end of the day, you aren't just living your own life, you're living up to the expectations of the crowd you choose to stand with.